Hail and well met, friends! Ending here for another episode of the epic story. When we were last left off, we were betrayed by the Falcon clan and forced to retreat in misery. But luckily, the Rangers made it out alive, and now we are saying goodbye, once we have saved them.
It may be Halbarad's decision, but I would not leave even if he ordered me home again.
You are leaving us, Staftang? It may be Halbarad's decision, but I would not leave, even if he ordered me home again. He looks up at you, and you do see a hint of hardness in his eyes that so upset Cornir. There are matters still left undone here. The cowards who slink in the caves below Tal Mithradas still live, Staftang. They spoke to us as friends. They gave us shelter, took the sweat from our brows, and repaid us with treachery. I will repay them in kind. My lost brethren and my lost friends demand this of me. Lubrenin, you jest, Staftang. He is a fat man, whose courage depends on 100 of his people at his back. I have faced the evil of Mordrith. He is gone, and I still live. Lubrenin is nothing compared to Mordrith. Alright, I'm just going to take your hood and go. That's okay.
I thought you would come with me to take vengeance on Lubrenin.
I thought you would come with me to take vengeance upon Lubrenin. But it seems your road lies elsewhere. I am sorry you will not be there. I know you would gladly join me, if urgent matters did not drive you elsewhere. Golodir does not seem to be listening to you. He gestures to the south in the direction of the Tree of Tribute. Kalinglad is over that way, if you wish to bid farewell to him. It feels like he has been staring at that tree for hours. I'm sure it does to him as well. Alright, let us talk with Kalinglad. Discovered the Tree of Tribute.
Are we anything more than the flickering of a candle in the gale to something so ancient?
How long do you think this tree has been growing here, Staftang? It must be so old and have seen so much. Are we anything more than the flickering of a candle in the gale of something so ancient? Would it even be notice if we left this place and never returned? Kalinglad looks weary, and his face is more lined than you remember. You are leaving to aid Theodred. It is no surprise to me. I overheard Halbarad and Saradane discussing the course of action, and it seemed likely. I wish our paths did not diverge, but it seems they must, Staftang. We all have too many duties in this world.
I am sure Theodred will find a use for you at the fords of the Eisen.
That is a crucial crossing, and it must be held against the forces of Saruman at any cost. We have seen the danger posed by the Dunlending clans, and the army of the Uruks you beheld within Isengard sounds of a considerable size. Neither of those forces must cross the River Eisen. Kalinglad's Kalinglad's bleak expression is lightened by a wry smile. You should say goodbye to Radnir. If you do not, we would never hear the end of it. He is east of here, I believe, on the path. Alright, I keep wanting to select the rewards before it's time to select them. I just want my gloves. Alright. I believe it's over this way. That's a ranger pose. This should be like the poster for let the rangers help you by sitting around doing nothing.
That is the way of it, is it not? We go where we are needed.
Sit with me a moment, Steptang. I know you are leaving us, and that Theodred has need of you at the ford. That is the way of it, is it not? We go where we are needed. The Grey Company owes its freedom to you, and to the Prince of Rohan. And this is how Halbrand seeks to repay the debt of Theodred. Perhaps he thinks our debt to you is too deep to repay easily. Ranir raises an eyebrow, and subjects you to close scrutiny. Once this is all over, if such a thing is possible, you and I will meet at some inn, in some peaceful land, and I will buy you a drink, and you will buy me 3, and we will wonder when we got so old. Right, Atheros has said this before on LOTRO Players News, but I really, really hope that this comes to pass, and that we actually do, once this is all over, actually are able to buy him a drink and then have him buy us 3, or vice versa. He looks back at the Tree of Tribute, and seems to decide something. I think Calenglad is wrong. I think it is just a tree.
Prestadir will want to say farewell to you before you leave us.
Prestadir is up by the camp, northeast of here. He will want to say goodbye to you before you leave us. Alright, so we made our little ranger circle there. Let's go talk with Prestadir, who is my favorite ranger, I think. He's just a cool name. He's got the best outfit, probably.
Be well on the road, and give your courage to Theodred.
I heard it was time for you to leave us, Steptang. Be well on the road, and give your courage to Theodred as you gave it to us. If you have the opportunity to rescue Lothrandir from the clutches of Saruman, I hope you will take it. It is not right for us to abandon him to the enemy. I know it does not look good for him, but there is always hope. You escaped from the pits of Isengard, and Lothrandir is made of stern stuff as well. I regret that we did not have the opportunity to speak more before this parting, my friend. Perhaps our paths will cross again in happier days.
Stay safe on the road, my friend.
We will see each other again someday. Halbarad wanted to see you once you had made your farewells. He is somewhere within the camp, Steptang. You should return to him and prepare to depart. All right.
It has been an honor to travel with you. The Grey Company owes you much, and more.
I am not one for long farewells, my friend. Know that you are one of us, with ties not of blood, but rather strengthened by blood, the blood of our foes. Our road entwined this far, and may do so again, but for now it is time of leaving. Stafdang, it has been an honor to travel with you. The Grey Company owes you much and more.
I understand Prince Theodred's men have established a camp in the Heathfells.
Far to the south, at the fords of the River Isen. While the prince has been scouting in the Gravenwood, leadership of the camp fell to his second, a man named Grimbold. Travel south to this camp, and tell Grimbold you have come to help. Alright, now we get to help a random Rohirrim. That sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, let's get this gear in order. Let's see here. That one's taken, that one's taken, that one's taken. Not taken. And definitely not taken, so we can use this one, I suppose. So let's go ahead and do just that. Alright, apparently they don't give us pants, but that's okay. We shall now be a ranger. All shall know who we are aligned with. That's far too festive for us. Let's see. The goat riding ranger. What other mounts do I have anyway? Noble gray horse would actually work really well. Now that I think about it. We can probably have that replace our goat. Alright. Dismount off of this. Get our noble gray horse. There we go. Now we are off to go and help the men of Rohan. Alright, Grimbold. We have found you.
Theodred has come back to us from his study of the Dunlending clans.
And his news is worrying. He tells me you are the man who escaped from Isengard and spoke of the army you saw being trained. We will need your help if we are to hold the crossing against Saruman. He commands both the Dunlendings and the Urks, and we must keep all of them on this side of the river, out of Rohan. Familiarize yourself with the situation here, friend. Find the map table southeast of here, in the camp, to see where we plan the movements of our forces. I would also like you to speak with Thumbold on the road north of the camp, to learn what he has seen there today. Speak also to Krinestan, Theodred's esquire, on the western bank of the Isen, south of here. He has been running messages back and forth across the ford as needed. Once you have done these things, find Theodred somewhere in the camp. He is reacquainting himself with the situation here as well. I'm not gonna do side quests for you, buddy. Who do you think I am? Alright. Let's see, we need to find the map. It should be the thing singing. His table is used by the Rohirrim to plan their strategy and movements. Alright, that's great to know. Great to know, really. Okay, well let's switch those two and mount up. Whoa, drunken pites, that's great. Clearly you guys are well prepared to fight against the forces of Saruman. The orcs don't even have drunken fights. What's wrong over here? Alright, so maybe the orcs do have a few drunken fights. But certainly not in front of the lore master. Drop a fine clover honey? Well, don't need that right now.
Oh, hello there. I am Prince Theodred's esquire.
Hail! You must be Staftang. I am Sinestan, and I am the prince's esquire. I helped him with his armor and his steed, and with anything else that needs doing. Right now he has me bringing messages back and forth across the ford, getting the men on the other side organized for the defense of the bank. Someone has taken one of my bracers, and I think they have hidden it somewhere. It is their idea of a jest, I suppose. Nay, do not bother looking for it. It will turn up eventually. Okay. Let's make our way up the ford here. And somewhere around here, I believe, in this direction, is Isengard, and I think you can actually see it. Yep, there is the outline of Isengard. Good to know, I suppose. Oh, great, it's way up there. Fantastic. Well, we shall go. Got the scorching sun here. But I do like the Rohirrim settlements, and particularly this little training area that is clearly not actual mounted Rohirrim, because they'd be doing a lot better job. But it's kind of cool. I mean, it's our first real glimpse into Rohan. Even though it's not a settlement yet, it is the first real camp that we come across. Alright, and here's a much better view of Isengard. So much pain that I remember from there.
If Saruman does have an army, he's keeping it inside Isengard for now.
Things have been quiet on the road for several days now. If Saruman does have an army, he is keeping it inside Isengard for now. I think those must be just tales after all. Thornbold looks at you curiously. Were you really imprisoned by Saruman? There have been some arguments among the men about it. You nod and tell him briefly of your stay within the ring of Isengard, and your escape. His face falls at your tale. How many Urks did you say? By the Hammerhand, he does have an army. Yes, he does. The burning trees give it away. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of The Epic Story. When we return, we will hopefully not accidentally jump across a log and make our way into the other phase of this zone, but instead we shall be going back to Theodred and maybe helping him plan some strategy. But till then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another episode of The Epic Story. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button below. And if you'd like to see more of my daily content, feel free to subscribe, and you'll be notified when that new content comes out. And also, if you'd like to help support my channel and help me continue to create high quality videos, feel free to support me on Patreon, and you can get all sorts of great rewards in the process. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another video.